It is only when we truly know and understand we have limited time on earth, and we have no way of knowing when our time is up, that we will begin to live each day to the fullest, as if it were the only one we have. "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bow lines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a newer and richer experience. To those who stay put, the world is but an imaginary place. But to the movers, the makers, and the shakers, the world is all around, an endless invitation. So the only question left to ask yourself is, where should you go now?"
What's up, rock stars? Ali Midawi here with you yet again, another installment for our Yup Daily, and I am excited and I cannot hide it to be sharing with you a whole lot of love today. And this is in continuation of what we've been training on how to disrupt and take advantage of live videos, and definitely creating an incredible business like I have been blessed with for the last 14 years. For the most part, I have leveraged social media, and since 2015 specifically, I've been taking advantage of, late 2015, I've been taking advantage of live broadcasting. And as I'm doing with you right now, I want to make sure that I give you the same opportunity or the same things that I have learned so you too can leverage social media and live broadcasts. And today we're going to continue the conversation we had yesterday, but we're going to dig a little bit more deeper. And I'm going to start a conversation today on how to become instantly more likable. And this is an important piece. If people don't like you, they're not going to want to do business with you. They're not going to trust you. And I'm not telling you to fake yourself or change who you truly are, but I'm actually going to give you some of the things that make people likable from a human element. But first things first, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be around the world. Hey, Weenie, all the way from Australia. Glad to see you back. Pat, good morning. Lisa from Jersey. What's going on? Sina from Stockholm, Sweden. Hey, Gabriella, good morning. Michael, what's up, brother man? Oh, I see what you did. My man just brought his homework back. If you all remember yesterday, I gave you some homework to identify your 5 core values that you're going to focus on, hound on, and share with the world, as he has done his Facebook Live, and many of you have done. So congratulations, my man. You are the man, the myth, and the legend all in one, right? Debbie, good morning from Vero Beach, Florida, and hello to you, Geraldine Johnson. All right, let's get into today's topic. Don't forget, you can hit that share button. Don't forget, you can share this on Messenger. You can share this on your own private Facebook groups with your own communities, as we are going to go ahead and continue to give you all the love necessary so you can be successful as well. For those of you who are here for the very first time, my name is Ali Midawi, and I am the Global Master Trainer of an entrepreneurial community we call the Young Entrepreneur Project, where we provide our members tools and resources to either start, grow, or scale a business. Plus, there's a turnkey operation at a low cost that is ready for you. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're ready for today, drop the word ready. So how to be more likable is, number one, you got to be you. Like that's the very first thing. If you are compromising who you truly are, by default, you're going to lose credibility, because eventually the individual is going to get to know who you actually are. And unfortunately, what ends up happening is that person's like, oh, you were faking it. And you were showing me one side of you while, you were manipulating my mindset. And, that's not usually a good feeling, right? That's not usually a good thing. So you want to be unapologetically yourself. I don't apologize for who I am. I love myself for who I am. I love myself for how I talk. I love myself for how I treat my wife. A lot of guys specifically, they think it is the corniest thing that I send notes to my wife every single day on social media, as I have for the last 7 going on 8 years. Yes, every day. A lot of women think it's the cutest thing ever who are on a relationship, but I don't do it for those who like it or those who hate it. I do it for me and my wife because I am that guy. That's the love language that I have with my beautiful wife, right? So I am not going to compromise who I am. Now, with that being said, I'm not telling you be a jerk and say, I don't care. That's just who I am. Yes, you got to work on personal development and become a better human being for everybody around you. But it is definitely and 100%, the best version of what I feel comfortable of being, whether you are hanging out with me at my house or on a vacation or on a business trip. Grace, good seeing you. You owe me a text message. Remember, I told you I got your back. You got to text me. The other thing is you want to make sure when you are speaking on a Facebook Live that you are keeping your eyes on camera. If you are on your phone, for example, which most of us when we're broadcasting, make sure that number one, your phone is sideways. And the reason you want your phone to be sideways, so you get the full real estate. If you go with your phone like this, what ends up happening, you get those sidebars, and those sidebars are compromising. It turns you into just another person on social media. Right? So it's definitely important for you to make sure that you're using the full real estate. So that way, if there's a whiteboard or if there's something behind you that you want to showcase, you can absolutely go ahead and do that. Make sure that you are addressing one person at a time. I don't talk to you all or you guys or you gals or everyone. I'm speaking to you because I know that you are watching, not all of you in one room. So when you say you guys or you generalize, what ends up happening is that that person who's listening starts to think subconsciously, I'm not being addressed directly. Ali is not speaking to me. So making sure that you have the eye contact on the camera lens, and usually, by the way, it's this part right here up top where you put your ear. That's where your camera is. So don't do this. Like I'm looking at myself right now. Like that's what everybody looks at when I'm looking at myself. And many of us do that. Make sure that you head up, chin up, look at the lens, address people with direct eye contact. Okay. Next thing is you want to make sure that you eventually and ultimately upgrade your branding. Like I started with a cell phone from my son's bedroom like a long time ago. When I really started doing this live thing seriously, right? Almost 4 years ago that I really was consistent with it. And you eventually, little by little, as you grow, you want to consider to upgrade your process, right? Like you have a ticker that's going in the bottom. You want to consider having a green screen. You want to consider upgrading your audio with getting the proper microphone. You want to upgrade your lighting. The better the quality, the better the individual is going to connect and give you undivided attention. The challenge is most of us say, it's the content that matters. Yes. But there's someone else that is out marketing you just because they look better. So make sure that you are consistently and continually working on your branding, because Facebook also pushes content that is high-end quality. So the more your content has quality, the more Facebook is going to do you solid and definitely provoke curiosity. Be human first. Don't just go straight up marketer on people. You want to be a human being. You want to, enjoy yourself. I keep my shaking here right next to me on the side. I have my water on the side. Sometimes I drop stuff. I talk with my hand a lot. That's a Moroccan thing. Sometimes when I realize I'm doing it a lot, I put my hands under my legs. So I'm sitting on my hands right now. But I'm a human being, and I will not become a robot where, hi, my name is Ali, and today I'm going to talk to you about live videos. So let's talk about how to grow. No, don't do that. People are going to be like, what is wrong with you, right? So you want to make sure that you are, again, authentic and you want to be yourself. So don't get into a marketing, attack where you're talking about your product, your compensation, that's great. Let that be a call to action at the end to invite people to a certain event. But you want to make sure that you yourself, the human being, is the most connecting person that you can be to that audience that is watching you, right? You want to make sure that in order to lead others, you want to make sure that you're leading yourself daily. And what does that mean? See, you got to showcase the human element of your positive mantras, your positive attitude, your positive energy. I love enthusiastic people. I connect with them the most. People who are naturally happy. You could have the worst content in the world, but I will absolutely watch you if you are happy, if you are authentic, if you are genuinely loving on people, if you're just getting on there like, hey, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I love being in here and I love you guys and I love engaging with you guys. I find myself in those Facebook lives all the time because I engage with that person who's giving me that positive energy, right? So you want to make sure that you yourself are leading others with the positive side of business or life, right? Like teach people about gratitude, teach people about being happy, teach people that it's not about the followers or the likes or the engagements, but about the impact that you and I are creating together right now as we speak. So making sure that you're doing so. I watch many of you guys and gals, videos that like every one of you right now, I've commented or engaged in some of your videos. It wasn't just because, I said I'm going to support you. Like I actually watched, and in some cases I was like, okay, I know what I need to teach tomorrow based on this person's video. And then in other cases I was like, man, that was awesome. Keep rocking and keep on rolling. Okay. Make sure that you see yourself as a winner, and then you will perform as a winner. What I mean is you find sometimes individuals who will start talking with the sorries, like, sorry guys, I'm really not good at this thing. Like, no. You are a winner. Like, hey, I'm excited. I'm starting a new journey. I'm learning with you, but I know for a fact that I am going to the right trajectory, and I want you to hold me accountable so I can show up each and every single day for you, right? Like, talk to your audience as a winner, and your audience will absolutely make you definitely a winner. Make sure that you are the type of person that people want to follow and do business with. Do an inventory again. Write down, who do I want to do business with? What are the characteristics of the person that I want to do business with? And write them down. And then ask yourself this question: do I have those characteristics? I love it when, I see people all the time drop in the comments, when I ask this question, hey, so who do you want to do business with? They'll say someone who's, hungry, ambitious, I don't have to manage, who's enthusiastic, who's positive, who works hard. They give me a whole list of things, right? I'm like, great. Do you have all those things? And if the answer is no, I am here to tell you that unless you have those characteristics, those qualities, don't expect that person to show up in your business. It is an absolute must that you possess what you want to attract for individuals. If you don't have those qualities, no one is definitely going to say, hey, I know you don't have what I want, but I'm going to go ahead and join you anyway. So make sure that you start with you. Become that entrepreneur, become that attraction machine, if you will. And no, you don't have to fake it. You just have to work on it every single day. And your personal development is going to ultimately show. It's like when you get a good haircut. And that person would say something like, did you do something different today? Right? They're like, something is different about you. I don't know what it is, but it's different. Well, they're noticing some positive change. They just can't figure it out yet because they're used to the past you. So make sure that you are working on your personal development and watch the magic happen 100% of the time. Now I'm going to talk to you how you're going to grow your audience, because I know that ultimately growing your audience means growing your prospecting opportunities, means growing your exposures, means growing your follow-ups, means growing closing, and so on and so forth, right? I get it. I understand it. I know it's an important piece. So here are some of the things that you want to identify or focus on as you are attempting to grow your audience. Number one, ask individuals to share after you state what your broadcasting is about at the end. In other words, you remember what I did the very first thing that you jumped on. I said, hey, feel free to share this message, because today I'm going to talk to you how you're going to become more likable, leveraging social media and live broadcast, right? So you can do the same exact thing, and then you do that again at the end. Hey, if this message resonated with you and you feel that there is someone out there that needs to hear it, make sure that you tag them, and or make sure that you share this in your own messenger conversations, or in your own private Facebook groups. Like, I do that because I know for a fact that I, just like you, have struggled with these areas when I started. And I know that there are many other people who, if they just have access to this complimentary information that I give you every single day, they may make the proper adjustment for their business, right? The other thing is, make sure you ask questions. So I love it when I ask you a question sometimes, when I say, do you agree that if you had the opportunity to have the masses watching you, you'll be able to be more successful in business? And then you'll drop yes. Or sometimes I ask you, hey, would you mind dropping the word ready? Or I ask you, hey, drop the word Facebook Live to create a timestamp. See, by doing that, it's called warming up the algorithms, right? The more comments and engagements that I have on a broadcast or on a live, the more Facebook notices, wow, Ali is really pumping the audience. They're keeping with him. They're staying in our platform. So the more I'm keeping you on Facebook, the more Facebook is like, hey, let's put it up again. He's going to keep more people on. Because what do they really want? They want you and I to stay on Facebook so they can plug in their ads and their commercials, and that's their business model. Hey, to each his own. That's their model. But how can you leverage it? By engaging and asking the right questions, such as, how many of you struggle with doing Facebook Lives? How many of you have ever done a Facebook Live? Like, asking those questions will get people to talk to you. And by the way, wink, wink, hint, hint, those are signs and telltales that you need to go on Messenger and talk to that person, because you may be a guidance, you may be a coach, you may be a mentor, you may have a product and offer a service to that person in order to overcome whatever that struggle that they are talking about. So going live is imperative, and asking questions is definitely an antidote to making sure you create a following. Making sure that you recognize the behavior that you want, meaning you want to give a shout out sometimes. Like, I call your name out by name at times, right? I say good morning to each and every one of you. You know, our favorite thing to hear all the time is our own name. Like, we've heard it since we recognized words, since we were aware of our own, living things around us. We understood my name is exciting. I want to hear my name, and I don't want anyone to say it wrong, right? So when I recognize individuals in the morning, like, hey, good morning, Michael D'Amber, good morning, Stephanie Williams, good morning, Joanne Kimball, or as I call her, beautiful Joanne, good morning, Deroy. Like, those are things that will intimately create a connection with that person. Like, man, Ali's my guy. He knows me, not just as another person and another number that's watching, but that's my guy. Like, he and I have an actual friend relationship. Like, we actually get along. It ain't just a matter of me and Ali just watching each other, but we know of each other. We talk to one another. We are actual friends. An incredible piece that will keep somebody coming back, because we all like recognition, including this guy. I love recognition. Talk to me. Tell me, Ali, you are amazing. I love your hair. All right. The fourth thing in order to grow your audience is you want to make sure that you show up and deliver consistently. Remember yesterday when I said the 10th rule in order to dominate in Facebook Live is to repeat and do it again and again and again every day? Well, it all applies again in here. If you are showing up every day for your audience will show up every day for you. I'll share with you a real life experience. Now, Periscope is no more. Right now, it's just Twitter live broadcast. But in Periscope specifically, I was going all out, because Periscope live broadcast came before Facebook, about 2 months apart. And Periscope, I was going, all day, every day, 8 a.m. every morning for a good 60 to 90 days. And I was going hardcore. The moment Facebook came up with the live broadcast, here's what I did. I knew that I had more of an audience on Facebook than I did on Periscope. However, I've built over 1 million broadcast viewers on Periscope. Think about that. In a matter of 90 days. This is when it just started. I was one of the first to really go crazy, and I had a nice dominated exposure. Now, what ended up happening is when Facebook Live came out, I was like, oh, my hub, Facebook is my home. So I announced, hey, starting next week, we're going to start broadcasting on Facebook. And my brain somehow, some way told me that all those viewers are going to come to Facebook and connect and follow me on Facebook. Well, guess what happened? Many of them have. Most of them did not. Then I was going live on Facebook every single day. I did well, still thank God, doing very well. Here's what ended up happening. So one day I upgraded, or I got a new phone. I got a new iPhone at the time. And then I was like, oh, I can broadcast on Periscope and Facebook at the same time. This is way before StreamYard, where we can do it all in one platform. And I started having a stand for Periscope and a stand for Facebook. Do you think those followers came back after I disappeared on them for a month and a half? It was almost crickets. I mean, it was horrible. It was like a terrible feeling. Like, why is no one showing up for me? Well, what ended up happening is this guy stopped showing up for that audience. Therefore, that audience stopped showing up for me. They went to watch someone else that actually showed up for them consistently. So the moral of the story, you need to show up for your audience if you truly want the audience to show up for you. You know what I love? You know, the concept of followers is an intriguing concept for me. You're not my followers. I am one follower for all of my audience. I'm following you so I don't lose your attention. I'm following you so I can keep you coming back every single day. If you understand it and comprehend it and accept it in that manner, man, you're going to do very, very well for yourself. Okay. So let's give you a ninja tip. And this is the final piece to the puzzle before we go on to tomorrow. And before I give you today's ninja tip, let me tell you tomorrow, you're going to love me tomorrow. I'm going to talk to you how you convert those engagements onto leads. I'm going to talk to you about when you don't feel like doing it, how you actually can still do it better or do it pre-recorded, but still make it look like a live, how to change your cover image into an actual video itself, and how to shoot a Facebook Live like a boss. That's going to be tomorrow's content. But let me give you today's ninja tip. So here we go. Ready for it? So if you want more likes, if you want more comments, and you want more shares, you need to spend 15 to 30 minutes a day liking, commenting, and engaging in other people's posts. See, when you actually show love to individuals, those individuals are going to come right back and show you love. They're going to give you back the same engagement that you're giving them. I take the time in the morning and I just go down for 20 to 30 minutes and I love it. Awesome family pics. Great stuff. I'll watch as much as I can on a Facebook Live, and I give some kudos. I comment. I share sometimes. I congratulate. I support. I do whatever I can for 20 to 30 minutes every single day, because I know if I show you love when Ali goes live, and especially if I show you love every single day, that person says, man, this guy always shows up for me. Let me go ahead and check him out. And then you come in here, and now if I just got to earn your trust once, and then I got to do it every single day to earn your trust again and again and again, right? So making sure that you're doing that, and the more you interact with friends, the more posts that and videos specifically are gonna of your videos are gonna appear on your newsfeed. So that's warming up the algorithms. The more love that you show, see, if you understand how this whole ridiculous world of algorithms, because everybody says, I figured out how to build the algorithms. I'm like, man, you gotta stop. Stop telling me that. It's not about figuring out the algorithms. It's about being the best human being that you can be for your audience. And the Facebook sees who you're talking to on comments, who you're talking to on Messenger, who you're watching, who you're liking, and then they show you more of their stuff, right? So because I do that for my audience comes back and doing that for me. And therefore, because of our direct and indirect engagement, the indirect is in the timeline or in the newsfeed, direct is on Messenger, Facebook is going to show you my content more often. And then obviously, just be a human. Don't be a robot. Engage, interact. I had a whole lot of fun yesterday on Instagram. If we're not connected on Instagram, we got to. And make sure you follow me on HiHo. That's HIHO. It is the hottest application for Apple phones or tablets right now. And I'm having a whole lot of blast with it and definitely connecting with some superstars. All right. So that is today's message for you. Do me a favor. Go live. Share with the world what you have learned today, and come back in the comment and let us know, hey, I just did my live. Give me some love, and then we're going to go ahead and give you love. And I cannot wait to give you a whole lot more tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be definitely exciting. Appreciate you and thank you. And until next time, peace out, everybody.